We live from around the 215.
Where do fool?
What's happening, y'all? Alright. Mic test, 1, 2. We got sound. Alright, y'all.
He said, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. We have sound.
We got sound. We outside. But inside also at the same time.
I'll come off way up.
Alright. Let's go. Okay.
You got your album of the year yet?
Album of the year. Huh.
November 1st. I can't lie. The other day, I was trying to start kind of compiling that in my head, and I was like, I'm sure there was some bomb shit that came out like January. Like I remember like DJ Drama dropped the mixtape, but I was like, oh, there was some bomb shit that happened earlier this year. But you really are like a prisoner of the moment.
Absolutely. That's how most music works. Especially when it's a year, they just release a bunch of shit.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that shit. Alright, ready?
Let's get invited to a Darren, Georgia.
That's exciting.
There you go.
Guessing you are making a special guest appearance?
Absolutely not.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, world? We are live. We are back. We on Twitch, and we in this motherfucking booth, man. It's your greatest podcast to ever touch your airways, man. We talking the Fresh Cuts Pod. Fresh out the shape up. Y'all know we do it each and every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New episode this week will drop on Friday, not Thursday. I know we always say Thursday, but Friday this week by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But your boy Oak on the mic. I got Pedro. We live. We in the building. What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
I commend your excitement.
There you go.
Let's talk about that.
You gotta start the show off right, man. You gotta start the show with the energy.
I don't want to scare the people. You know, episode drops Friday. You'd be all right.
We're trying to start your weekend.
Let's start right now. It's Friday.
There you go.
And it's only because people had shit to do. So
if you on Twitch, you will listen to this live. You ain't gotta wait till the Friday drop.
There you go.
You get the raw version. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all.
After that live, I don't think I want to talk about raw or anything. I don't know.
I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat, my guy.
I don't think it was our boats you're floating, buddy.
Somebody's boat was trying to get floated.
Look, let's put it this way. If you need a reason to call out of work, there's about 30 people that were in there.
There was quite a few of y'all. I'll say that.
Give you a reason to call out of work. And then what you would do if you had to call out of work for that reason.
Right.
Say, so.
Listen, man, if you don't...
It's on the IG page.
It's on Twitch. If you don't get a chance to come to live, man, I will tell you one thing. Live is the place to be. And the reason why, it really gets the energy going for the show. Y'all really get the comment section flowing, man. We like the tit for tat, the back and forth. Some of y'all decide to come on live and come take shots with us. And we always have exciting and sometimes elaborate and extravagant conversations. And extravagant conversation. It's y'all that be leading that shit. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. And guess what? Without y'all, it wouldn't be no us. So keep bringing the energy, man. Keep bringing the the conversations. We're going to keep talking about it as long as y'all want to listen to it.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact, for sure. I mean, we've been doing this for a couple seasons now. As we're starting to wrap up season 4, it's getting ridiculous. We're only like 6 weeks out?
Yes, sir.
6 weeks out. Season 4 is wrapping up. So... bigger and better things on the way. But, we always talk about that stuff. But essentially, the lives be live.
Yeah.
I be trying to tell y'all. The lives be live.
Y'all be doing y'all thing, man.
So. But the show is lit, too.
The show is funny as hell. I always feel like, and this is back to what I was saying, like, I always feel like the pre-show, the shape-up, just sets the tone for the actual show. Because sometimes those conversations, kind of roll over. We make references to the live. But also, y'all give us some fire to have for conversations at a later time. So we appreciate it, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So we'll start that way.
You know what I mean? So y'all know we like to go with and start these shows off with a thought-provoking question and conversation. And you alluded to this earlier show, sir. We are winding down About 6 weeks left of season 4. That also means we are winding down toward the end of the year. That also means it is getting cold as shit outside. So with that being said, I know you are summertime fine, but you're starting to lose your tone a little bit. But what? Now that it's getting cold, what are some things or phrases or actions?
Phrases?
Yep. You'll love where I'm going with this. What? That black people have when it's cold outside.
I mean,
run the gauntlet.
That could be a whole show. I mean, the first thing that comes to me is like somebody talking about being brick.
Yep. The brick.
It's colder than
and
you could literally put anything. In there. A bitch, a motherfucker,
a mug,
a cold as shit, cold as that, cold as hell. Yep. All that stuff like that. Man,
you want an action? I feel like every black person does that shit. Well, that shit too. Every black person does that. No matter what jacket you wearing, that little turtle tuck, and you be like this, and your head just drop down in that shit.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
They be like, yo, it's biting out here.
Yeah.
So hear that wind start whipping and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's biting out here. Like, what?
And then I'm trying to think of just really like black people in general just don't like cold, right? So once it gets to a certain temperature, we done bundled up. You know, our melanin ain't always made for that shit. So we
it's also the immediate negatory state when you come outside. Like you come outside and be like, oh no. Like
the fuck?
Yo, I was like, oh hell no.
No. Why did I get up for this? Like you automatically cursing out Mother Nature. Mother Nature just did her normal shit.
You're walking to your car and oh hell, like that first wind whip.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Dog, I was just about to say that. Imagine that first time, whether it's night or day, you get smacked by the cold. Like, your instant reaction. Like...
I'm cracking up because I definitely think of, like, you know, like that first... Now, I mean, it wasn't really bad last year. Mm-hmm. But the year before that, I mean, that first crazy snow.
Yeah.
And you come out, and that first time, you got the gloves on. Mm-hmm. You got, you know, the whatever it is. You know, maybe you got, like, the running tights underneath the sweatpants, underneath the hoodie, underneath this. And then... Like that first wind whip somehow get underneath all that and like kind of hit your skin, hit your face a little bit. Shit, man. Like that first like.
Listen, if you ever hear a black person just drop the word shit, and it's elaborate too. It's like shit, like one of them joints. You know it's cold as fuck outside. You know it's cold as fuck outside. Like it ain't even just a regular word. It's just shit.
It's the accent. It's the tilde at the end of it. It's the extra picante on it.
I mean, so it's you know I'm not a fan of the cold.
When people start jumping or like whatever it is, or you
start rocking. You start like the people you see outside. Like I've seen people like trying to stay warm, so they'll pace back and forth. Especially when you see the people at the bus stops, man. Like, they be trying any and everything to stay warm.
The funnier thing is if you're outside doing something and the people that stop doing what they're doing. Like, you were shoveling and that wind hit your face, and you just put the shovel down for a second.
You were contemplating life at that time.
You got regroup.
You're contemplating life at the time. Yeah, that's the time where it's like, you gotta look yourself in this imaginary mirror, like, what the fuck am I doing out here? Yeah. Like, it is definitely
You're checking the weather app. Is it gonna be warmer in 2 hours? Because I'm about to go back inside. Like, why am I here? Yeah, nah, for sure. It's funny, but it's because it's completely different than when it gets first really hot outside. Mm-hmm. It's like there's just something about people of color in the cold that has its own little comedy to it. It's kind of like some people handle it better than others. Like I would say I handle the cold better than most. Like I would say I don't really get cold. Like yes, if it's 15 degrees outside. Most people aren't even outside. Okay, now I'm officially.
I would hope so.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm not trying to be outside. But there are some people. It's the second it hits 40 degrees, you can't find them. They're not going outside. They don't even want to go find their resumes. It's over. Yeah, it's wrapped. So.
Listen, we all have the thing. We all have our different reactions. And what I'll say is, then as we're getting to that stage, it's already starting to get dark a lot earlier, right? So, street lights done came off.
5:30, 6 o'clock.
Man, it's just disrespectful.
I thought it was super, but I feel like every year we do the same thing. Because the other day I thought it was super late. I'm like, man, I'm running late for Oh, it's 5:45.
Random question for you, and maybe I should look this shit up. I thought last year they said was the last official year that we were doing any time changes. Like the seasons were going to change, but the physical action of setting clocks backward or forward wasn't supposed to take place.
They talked about it.
I was like, I swore I heard that at some point, but then last Sunday, I fucking gained an hour. So.
But I mean, it was probably on the same bill as like a war or something, so they probably just like tabled it. It was like small print.
It wasn't priority.
We need $1 billion to blow up Mars. Oh, and we want to stop moving the clock back. They're like, $1 billion? That is a lot. So now you still got an hour because they just killed the whole bill, you know.
Okay.
And that's government.
Is that how you move allocated funds?
That's called, that's when you pack a bill. And they'd be like, hey, we'll give you an hour if.
Well,
you allow us to nuke Pluto.
Is that your trade clause? Nigga, what?
Who knows?
Yikes!
But yeah, there's a lot of times things like that happen. Like, oh, we were talking about passing this bill or passing this law, and then it's on like a bill with a bunch of other bullshit. I'm like, that law is never going to see the light of day. We are never going to change that. That is never going to happen.
I always think about that shit too, right? So with the government and all like the laws and things that do get passed, are there like fine print shit? I feel like
the whole law is fine print.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever see like an actual law written out? Like all the little small.
That's what I'm saying. Like you pass this fucking law, what's in the goddamn fine print that the American people don't know?
That's why I need lawyers, buddy. them lawyers.
Well, unfortunately, there isn't a general lawyer for the United States population. So if you decide to take the government to court, good luck with that.
Oh, they lawyers be really lawyering.
Well,
so.
There's no public defender for the U.S. So, and I don't even know how you can have a public defender for an entire country anyway. So, here we are.
I mean, there's a lot of ghetto things here, so why not,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, you gotta think, how could it be in the budget? We're in debt. So how would you pay these lawyers?
What budget? We talked about the imaginary money for how many months and.
Well, I mean, the only reason I said that is because we're 9 days away from a possible shutdown again. So.
Oh, I saw that shit as well too, but.
So somebody's budget somewhere was a temporary fix. It was the piece of gum on the Hoover Dam.
Yikes.
But
Yikes. So did we reach that next level, that next tier of allotment? There's like, yeah, nah, y'all gotta pay us back something.
Again, you're gonna figure out. I mean, you have to understand. The U.S.'s credit score dropped. Do you understand what you have to do to drop a country's credit score?
Like what?
Like where your loan capability has actually been lowered on a global scale? First of all, I didn't know that was possible.
I didn't know it was possible too.
And it's not really a credit score. It's like however they measure like the income versus debt ratio. It is kind of like a global credit score because your credit score is only useful in the United States. If you picked up and moved to Ireland tomorrow,
is there like a global APR?
No, because of all the different currencies and things like that. But you basically kind of do have, actually, kind of. You kind of do have like, hey, we'll loan you this money, but if we ever ask for it back, the problem is, you kind of pay it back in like different ways. Like, hey,
we're gonna send some people.
We'll loan you $700 million. So don't let us get blown into a crater in the next war. So it's like, what's the APR?
It's a trade-off.
Your life. Yeah. I don't know. Your military is
war.
Your military is non-existent. So you pay us a little bit of money. We go, all right, cool. We'll make sure that you guys remain on the map next time they redraw the world.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Call it a day.
Thumbs up. So I mean, if there was like I don't know. I think it'd be kind of funny if you had like a term loan like. Like I think of like what is it? There's like Philly Auto.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got no job.
No credit. No credit history. No credit. No, it's like
we'll approve you.
Just bring $100 down payment. Like, okay, fuck.
Could you imagine that being like
the United States government?
We ain't got no money,
down payment,
but we need some tanks. And someone's like, Russia's like, we'll approve you. Like, no money down.
Russia and France, no money down. 0% even. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
They about to start doing wholesale at the rate we going.
If we can't approve you, God couldn't approve you. Right.
That's my favorite one.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, someone's just trying to buy like a 2007 Mercedes-Benz on an 84-month payment plan.
Oh my goodness.
At 40% interest. No. You're approved though.
We got you.
The Benz only has 288,000 miles on it currently, but
yikes.
You're approved.
Fucking yikes. Oh shit.
I mean, but somebody you just think of like kind of like how loans go like intercontinental, and you're kind of like.
So what do you think the U.S.'s interest rate is?
For who? Like you mean like when somebody borrows something from us?
Yeah, from us. Like what do we charge on the interest?
I mean like what would it be? I don't know if they really do it like that, because remember like you have some things that's like, hey, we'll make sure you're not a crater.
So let's just say the shit in Ukraine wasn't going on, and Ukraine somehow worked some shit out with the U.S. and the U.S. was like, yeah, you owe me type shit. What does that fucking...
Oh, Ukraine's interest rate is currently somewhere around 39.999%. Countries, you know, Canada, you know, they may be down at 3 or 4%. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mexico, 8%. You know,
okay.
Like Ukraine right now, can't bite.
They make it come from Ukraine. So here you are.
I don't know the major exports of Ukraine to the United States, but.
That's some shit that I think about. It's like if you decide to now, let's say you dive deep into this loan system, whatever. There's interest. There's the interest like, okay, instead of giving me 20,000 fucking soldiers for the next war, now you gotta give me 50,000. Like, is that your interest? What the fuck does that look like?
I mean,
because if you're not gonna put a dollar amount to that shit, I mean, but you gotta owe me that next thing.
But that's the thing. Like you have so many of these, like you have these written agreements, these written alliances, these written whatever it must be. But like when it comes to resources and this, that, and there's just a lot of backdoor like, all right, we'll figure this out later. Or I mean, you have some places that essentially you're kind of like, nah, we're not trading with y'all no more. Y'all owe us too much money. Like. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. At what point does the U.S. get cut off? Because we owe a lot of motherfuckers money.
Still are we? I was just
about to say, are we that much more of a superpower that niggas ain't gonna cut us off?
When you export as much stuff and when you buy as much stuff, and you have enough monetary power, like literally, you have that ability. And then of course you also, like, believe it or not, like yes, we do have a ridiculous budget for the defense, but the defense budget is also the offense budget.
Yes.
So. I don't think anyone's truly like, you know what, I want to be against them in a war. That's not a brilliant idea.
Suicide
for 95% of the planet. I'm not saying that you ever want to put yourself in that position, but you're like, you know what, next time you get I'll write an IOU on this little piece of paper. You bring it back.
A piece of paper.
I mean, what do you want to write?
Put it on a sticky note.
You want to write them on a missile? What do you want to do?
I mean, that's badass.
Yeah. And how do you send a missile? You want to shoot the missile over there? Has a small shopping list on the tip of it. There you go.
Someone save the paper. Save the paper. Nah, I don't know. I just find this shit very interesting because we talk about the paper money and the made up money and this and that. And the fact that we're in debt still baffles me because we're in debt to an imaginary number. But we still continue to borrow, we still continue to trade, we still continue to export. So I'm always very curious. Is like
you got export stuff to get the money back.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm always curious to say like, okay, like you've had loans in the past, I've had loans, whether it's car loan, whatever loan you've had.
Right.
There is interest rates. There are penalties. So I'm just wondering, what is the penalty for U.S. Or it's just like, all right, well, I'm going to send you an extra 10,000 men for your fucking next war, so we're good.
Well, I think it's things like that, but I also think it's like, no one in their right mind has ever called all of their debt back from the planet.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, first of all, it's such an unfathomable number for majority of the world. Like, what somebody owes versus what somebody doesn't owe to whoever, however. Like, you can't. There's probably two countries that could really, I mean, China would be one of them, where they could be like, we know that if we ask for all the debt and they ask for it back, we would still have a surplus. Like we would. I think China would be one of them, and there's probably a few other small countries that maybe like do a lot of independent trading, so they may not have as much. But yeah, like these alliances and agreements, like, it's just this bottomless pit of cash that's just constantly flowing back and forth and back and forth. So I don't know if you'd ever really monetize it. Supposedly, you can monetize how much you owe a certain place or a certain whatever it is. But I mean, that's a theory. Like, it's a debt that's never going to be, oh, you know what,
like
I did
fully,
all $1 billion.
like fully paid.
Here's a check for $1 billion and we're done. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're going to keep trading. You're going to keep, doing different things, whatever it's be. So,
Yeah, I believe it. I don't know. I just found it very intriguing.
but we have to pay our bills, though.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason.
Like, if they say we owe them money yet.
If the U.S. owes somebody $1 trillion and I owe someone $100, guess what? They gonna come for that $100. They gonna send you all the letters, phone calls, whatever under the sun to get that $100 payout. So the U.S. look out for the middleman. Look out for FreshcutzPod. We appreciate you. So continuing, continuing from the live, we had some very detailed conversations about the opposite sex. I wanted to kind of continue, not that realm of it. I know we have some type of relationship-y topic. So my question, right? One, this is also a continuation to when we're talking about cuffing season. Mm-hmm. So one, what part, if you are fully participating, of cuffing season are you at? And two, if you shoot your shot at a woman, like you have, she intrigued you, whatever that looked like. You scroll, you swiped, and you couldn't get enough of them pictures, so you shot your shot.
You can't get enough of them.
You can't get enough of them goddamn pictures, and you shot your shot.
Couldn't get enough.
You know what I mean? But, and here's the but, she swerved you. Ooh. She denies you.
We've all been there,
right? And you miss. You shot your shot and you miss. Like I'm talking about, you was wide open for Steph Curry 3 range. Nobody's around you, and you hit an air ball. Do you want to follow?
Like 3 feet in front of the rim air ball, or like, hit the bottom of the net air ball?
Oh, I hit the bottom of the net air ball.
Okay,
like,
I mean 3 feet in
like,
front of
like the shit lined up perfectly, and then it was a shoo.
I mean 3 feet in front of the rim. I mean, you might delete your social media.
Oh yeah, no, that's
you might have to move to another country where they don't have as much debt and start a life anew. First and foremost,
yes.
Participation. Yeah, no,
so no participation in cuffing season.
That question is ridiculous.
The ships have sailed.
Oh, buddy. I don't know. Years ago, but Godspeed and good luck.
Okay, touche.
Do you? I think it depends on the
nature of the shot.
1.
Okay.
2. Was this just a mission, or are you actually cool with this person?
No, this is a mission. Like, this is you purely shooting your shot at someone that, like, let's say for all intents and purposes, this is someone you don't even know, right? This is like you shot your goddamn shot.
But how do I come in contact with this person if I don't know them?
You met her at brunch. She gave you your Instagram.
Okay.
Y'all following each other on Instagram, but you haven't had that intimate level type of conversation.
Okay.
And you just like, yo, she bad as fuck. Like, you seen her at brunch, she got the shit on. You look at the IG page, she got the shit on. Okay. I'm about to shoot my shot. What's up?
Okay.
And she don't respond. She airball.
And the funny part is, I was about to ask, how bad was this like a left on red and no response? Was it like, we just want to keep this conversation moving around the fact that you've been shooting your shot? Because, I mean, this also captured it too, but what I'll say, I'll approach it a couple different ways. If I don't know you, and you shoot a shot, and there's nothing that will continue to make me want to pursue in any other way, yeah, probably just gonna follow you.
Okay, just keep it pushing.
Life's life.
Understandable.
If it's something where it's like, okay, let's say maybe you're like friends, you were cool, you met them maybe once, twice, you have a mutual friend, and it's like it didn't work out. You probably still like each other's pictures and stuff like that. Still, you kind of keep going. You're not gonna unfollow that person. If it's somewhere where it's like a friend, and you're trying to see if the friend could be more than a friend, and it's not, and you're like, you kind of keep it friendly, keep it cordial. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna stay there, but I mean, if you're shooting at a rando, like you go on like vacation or something like that, and you're like, all right, I got 4 days for this mission. Clearly, I ain't got weeks and weeks and years and months. So if this does not work in about the next 2 days, this is the film. Yeah, you probably won't follow that.
Okay. So levels.
1,000%.
I would definitely agree. I would say in the different scenarios. So if this is a complete rando, just kind of like on some GP, maybe ran into each other at brunch or whatever, exchange social media, whatever, maybe, back and forth a little bit, and I decide to shoot my shot and I miss, 9 times out of 10, I don't know if I'll unfollow you right away, but I'm probably not paying attention to your page.
Now here's the thing though.
It's like a silent unfollow.
If it's a super random person, right? You don't know this person. Then you, to some degree, you had to shoot a shot to get the IG in the first place. Phone number.
Hey, you shot your shot. That's what I'm saying. You met
maybe
this
you
person.
shoot in the MySpace, the Facebook.
Whatever floats your boat. Maybe you send her an Apple playlist. Maybe she likes your shit on Apple Music. I don't fucking know.
Fine.
But irregardless, you missed the shot shooting. So I feel like if it's a complete rando, I don't think I'll necessarily go. I feel like that's just doing a lot. So I feel like for me personally, it's like a silent unfollow. Like I'll stop looking at your page. Like it's not gonna be prominent. It's not gonna be in my face. Now if you pop up in my little reels and my stories, all right, cool. It's kind of in passing, but I'm not gonna physically allow myself to say, "Damn, what you doing? What you up to? Oh, damn, just click on your story. Maybe go through the picture." I'm not doing all that. If it's someone who I know, regardless of time frame and all of this stuff, and I decide to shoot my shot and miss that shit, yeah, that might be petty-oka that comes out. Especially if
what?
If I know this person, like if I know this person, I shoot my shot, and it fucking misses.
Not gonna lie. Give you the vibe to shoot.
Well, I mean that wasn't really just part of the question, but
yeah, what you said.
I would assume based off the question, I would assume that the level of shot shooting, because no one really, I can't say this. We don't shoot in the dark.
Don't include me in that.
Do you shoot in the dark? You close your eyes and just shoot?
I do the shoot dance.
I mean, so you and I don't shoot in the dark, right? If we're shooting our shot, there was some level of groundwork done in order for that to be established, right? You're not going to go on fucking IG and find the next IG and you're like, God damn. What's up, shorty? Like, you're not doing that. You there was some level of groundwork there.
Wasn't shooting in the dark? I was like,
no. I meant like shooting in the dark just in general.
Getting shots at 5 a.m. in the gym. They ain't turn the lights on yet. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about there was some form of like minuscule detail or conversation, something that was had to elaborate. She knows that you are Pete, right? This is Pedro. She may not know your the full blown details of where you come from, all that shit, but the groundwork was done for you to shoot your shot. And this is not a blind shot. This is just you have established that portion to say, all right, I'm gonna take that next step.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, this is someone who I know. I feel like one, I'm just gonna say this and be straight up. If you deny me and then try to spin the block on me, I'll let you later.
What if they're in a
situationships are different. Sorry,
How?
Relationships are different.
How?
Really?
What if they're in one?
No.
You said deny you.
Well, no. If are you shooting a shot at somebody in a relationship?
You probably don't know if it's a random person.
I feel like if you have gotten to the point of social media, I mean, unless this person is,
you haven't gotten to my social media and they were like, oh, by the way, I am in a relationship with it. And they'd be like, oh yeah, you cool as shit. What's your IG? And then you scroll and find out they just had a baby 3 weeks ago with their husband. You're like, oh, well, that's
I've seen the kid thing, but never like a significant other. I've never been in that situation. Now I've been in situations where significant, like I know this person has a significant other, and I'm just chilling, minding my business, and they're shooting a shot at me. That's neither here nor there. I don't give a fuck, because if hubby decides to open up your DMs and see my shit, he better not say nothing to me. I ain't got shit to do with it. You decide to hit me up.
I ain't get you sucking my dick.
But that's
like hair in a cool
that's how I look at that shit. Like I
get your girl. I ain't do that.
That wasn't me. She hit me up.
That's crazy.
You can clearly go through the thread. You see the first message came from her.
That's crazy. He's still gonna beat your ass.
Listen, man. But I feel like with the relationships, that portion, I mean, unless you're just a scumbag and you really just don't give a fuck, then that's a different ballgame for you, buddy. But I feel like if I know you personally, and you deny me and you try to spin the block, yeah, no. Chuck the deuce. Now, if you are in a relationship and you try to shoot your shot, I might look at you sideways because I'm not gonna lie to you. The first thing on my mind is if you out here flirting with another nigga while you got a nigga, and I'm fortunate enough to get you, what the fuck are you about to do with me?
You gonna do the same thing.
Right. What the fuck? That's the first thing I think about.
I said, let me argue with you one time about the...
This is a PSA, right? Regardless if this is from Oka, this is from FreshcutzPod, this is from Pedro, I'm just gonna let you know this now. If you shoot your shot at me and you have a boyfriend, a husband, significant other, situationships, and I don't really take that seriously.
Still relevant,
but I'm talking, yeah, still a relevant baby dad. Like you get your cheeks waxed on a fucking Tuesday afternoon type shit. Oh, boy. I'm gonna let you know this.
Not the daytime.
I'm gonna let you know this now. There is a good chance if you're looking for longevity, I'm gonna be skeptical about it. I'm not gonna lie to you because the first thing on my mind is if you did it to one nigga, you gonna do it to the next nigga. And I'm not out here looking like
different, Oka.
I'm not out here looking like Boo the Fool. You feel me? I done lived.
I've never felt this way before.
I'm sure
you're different.
I'm sure you told the last nigga that shit too before you came in my DMs. So what I'm going to say to you is
I've never felt this way before.
Guess what? Guess you won't continue to feel that way then.
You're just so different.
But I'm gonna say that it's always going to be in the back of my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just know who I am as a person. If I pulled you from your man, in the back of my mind, if you're my girl, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Who you hanging around? What the fuck? I'm not trying to be like that in a relationship. I'm cool. I want the ease and the peace of mind of knowing you gonna be good, and I ain't gotta worry about shit. So if you come to me and you got a significant other, I'm gonna let you know that's gonna be in the back of my mind. It's gonna fuck me up. Cause what you did to person A, you're gonna do to person B, maybe person C. Who knows?
What if they're a changed person?
You gotta prove to me you're changed. Like, and
you gotta give him a shot.
You gotta prove to me. I'm not saying I'm gonna deny you, but I'm gonna let you know up front it's gonna be in the back of my mind. Oh. So you can prove it to me by all means.
All right, so she gotta date a whole other dude in front of you and be like, look how faithful I am.
Nigga. No, nigga.
And then she'll break up with him and then she'll get with you.
No, nigga. Like, I'm talking about the actions behind that shit. Like, if the actions were you had a significant other and you out here playing in my DMs and, you know, you out here fucking, I don't know, half naked on Instagram and you trying to gather attention, whatever drew me to you, if you're still doing that shit while you're with me, I'm already going to think in the back of my mind, who else you entertaining? That's just me. That's not everybody, but that's just me. Because if that's how I got you, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get the next person the same way you got me. That's how I look at it. So, I don't know. I just say that if, back to the original question, because this is all tied into this. I just say that if
with your PSAs and getting passionate,
you know,
I said, all right, well,
listen. Sometimes you gotta set the record straight, man. And let motherfuckers know because people been asking. People been asking, you know, where we at in cuffing season, who we dating, and this and that. I'll tell you right now, I ain't participating in cuffing season. Whoever decides to show up. Half the time, ask this nigga. I be in the crib playing Call of Duty. Fucking minding my business. Stay out the fuck away.
He's walking with Christ. Please leave a message.
So. Beep. So this shit does nothing. This shit does nothing for me. If you want to shoot your shot.
Yeah, send him a handwritten letter. That's how you get ahead.
You send me a handwritten letter. That you want to talk about different? Yeah, that's different. I would actually read that shit though. I like that.
It don't say shit. It's just handwritten.
Oh well, if you gonna write me a handwritten,
it just has a return address.
If you gonna write me a handwritten, you better have some fucking substance.
It said Happy Hanukkah.
Like you shouldn't send some shit like I really like you. Do you like me? Yes or no? No, don't send me no shit like that.
Don't forget Happy Hanukkah.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe.
Or maybe.
Happy Hanukkah. Your secret admirer.
Oh shit! Yeah. So that's I guess my relationship soapbox for the day. It was pretty.
How do you feel now, buddy?
How do I feel now? Oh,
you sitting a little taller.
Feel the same way I felt about 10 minutes ago.
Jumping a little higher.
Sure. You know that. Did a couple extra squats in the gym yesterday, so you know, legs a little stronger. You know what I mean? Trying to get the bounce up.
Will you prepare for anything?
You know what I mean? We out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be ready for whatever. Zombie apocalypse.
Oh.
Something. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to be ready.
Yeah, let's not put that in the air. But okay.
You know it's on its way. We uncovering fucking viruses and shit in this day and age. So there's a couple different things that we can kind of hit. I wanted to see how you felt about this story coming from Mr. Beast. So those who are unfamiliar with Mr. Beast is a famous TikToker, YouTuber, whatever you call it, social influencer. Really got his claim to fame prior to COVID, but COVID kind of blew his shit up. And what he does is the money that he's using from a lot of these videos that he gives back to the community, right? Yeah. He gives back to the community in different ways. He's done pop-up food places. He's done all types of stuff. I've followed him for quite a while. But this story is actually pretty dope, and it's probably I've been telling people it's like the story of the week. Like, you want a feel good story, like this is pretty dope. Mm-hmm. So Mr. Beast actually traveled to Africa with the mission of building 100 water wells in order to provide people in villages with fresh and clean water. So far, he's built wells in Kenya, Somalia, Cameroon, and a couple other countries throughout the state. He also rebuilt the bridge, assisting a community divided by years by an unsafe bridge. Pretty much brought a community back together by rebuilding that. So this man, you want to talk about somebody that's for the people, for the culture, like just, a genuine good person. Like, this is pretty dope. I don't know, and this is for the users. I don't know if any of you all have had the pleasure to travel to Africa, regardless of the country. Right. A good portion of it is third world, right? So they don't have the basic necessities that we have: food, water, shelter, like little things like that. So the fact that this man is now taking his essentially his payout money and going to give back to the community, I think that's pretty dope. The well system goes a very long way over there, because there are some places that don't have access to clean water, right? So they're dipping in the streams and things like that. You don't really know what you're coming up in. But within the rivers, the lakes, all that shit, and you're shortening your life by just drinking dirty water. So the fact that now they have clean water, that's pretty dope. That's my feel good story. So, I saw you like the video. So I'm curious to see how you feel. 44. Oh, that's 45 out of 100 of his water wells.
I mean, it's exemplary work. I mean, you can't knock it. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things, good, bad, and different. But I mean, that stuff just seems to be of a godsend. This is the same dude who on Halloween had someone come trick or treating at the house, mm-hmm. and said, "Hey, the first kid that walked up with their parents was like, hey, here's a house."
Yeah.
And they handed the deed over and all that other stuff. I mean, they didn't show all that part. Yeah. Small print, but so it was like, hey, let me give you a tour of your new house. Da-da-da. I'm like, this is actually really, really cool.
You know the one thing I can appreciate about this? Most people that do things like this are clout chasers. He just genuinely does this. Now, he has to film it because he's a YouTuber. But his approach to it is more of the human aspect. Like, he's not doing, like, the whole clout chasing and all that other shit. So, that's the part for me that I can definitely appreciate. Because you see the YouTubers, the TikTokers, the Twitchers, all that shit, like, the moment they do something nice, I'm giving this homeless man a $100 bill. But it's the way they approach that shit. All right, sir, you want to have it? This boy don't want to be in your video. Like, they don't need all that shit. So I think it's the genuineness that he's approaching this with that really sold me on the story. So,
well, I mean, yeah, I don't understand why we record so many things, and like the genuity of helping someone who actually just needs help is just being a good citizen. It's not having like mm-hmm. being a good celebrity or this, that, and the third. And I mean, look, if it works for him, it works for us. So we're happy to hear it.
There you go. And water is very, very sustainable, right? You can live a lot longer with just on water than you can with just on food. So you pretty much given, like, when I saw this, I was like, damn, you're pretty much giving these people almost like a second or third chance at life. essentially, you're really improving their everyday lifestyle. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, one day Fresh Cuts Pod will be on that tax bracket. Maybe we might get back.
No, I was like,
Maybe we might build a well and name it Fresh Cuts Pod. Who knows? We'll figure something out.
maybe the Fresh Cuts Pod.
Fresh Cuts Pod. I like that. All right, so on to another story. So, you like to eat? Sure you do. Everyone likes to eat, right? Favorite food? Favorite food?
Pizza.
So you have pizza every day?
If I could eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be pizza.
Okay, lit.
How about you?
I would say tacos. Mine would be tacos. If I could eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be tacos.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different kinds, different places, different whatever. I'm like,
of course.
Yeah, so.
You ever had oxtail?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
super expensive.
But very, very much so. Like, it's shit. I tried to buy, what was it, 2.5 pounds the other day? Because I had this really good recipe for, I wanted to make some jerk oxtail tacos. I came with a recipe myself, and I wanted to try it. And I went to go buy oxtail. 2.5 pounds was about to run me 40 plus. I said, absolutely the fuck not. Then I get on Twitter, and I see that 2 men were arrested this past Wednesday, so a week ago, after stolen packages of oxtail were found in their car during a traffic stop. Yeah. Here's what I'll say when I read this damn story. I'm like, for the price of fucking oxtail, I felt like my heart hurt for them, low key, like, because the amount, like, if y'all see these videos, like, I'm gonna flip this shit. Look how much fucking oxtail that is, bro. That's a lot of shit. Like,
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how you found someplace that's just sitting on that much oxtail.
Dude, I don't fucking know. Like, oh, they blurred out. Did they blur out all the price? I was trying to see if they had the price tags on them. You can't really see it, but. Just to put things into perspective, again, I tried to buy oxtail a couple weeks ago. 2.5 pounds was 40 plus. It was like $43.27, somewhere in that ballpark. These are fucking trays and trays of oxtail. So the fact that this bowl just looks, wow. Found some oxtail.
That's a word if you've ever seen one.
Yo,
totally picked the correct back. You can see it on his face right there.
There was also a couple bags of shrimp and some steak found on their possession as well too. FreshcutzPod does not condone stealing or any type of violent criminal activity.
Any criminal activity, violent or not.
Violent or non-violent, just criminal activity in general. FreshcutzPod does not support.
I hate disclaimers. What are you about to say?
What I would say about this one. If it were me, shit, I ain't going nowhere public. I'm not stopping nowhere. I'm finding all the back roads and all of this shit. Like, fuck that. Because I got oxtail for days. And that's a hard come up. As many trays of oxtail these motherfuckers had in his backseat, that's a come up. But yes, stay away from the wrong side of the law, people. That was my PSA.
That's like your third PSA.
That's a PSA. Just don't do stupid shit, y'all. Like, be good citizens. Be good humans. And if you stay on the right side of the law, then guess what? You won't get arrested.
Sounds simple. Okay.
It is. 1 + 1 is 2. You're a good citizen. You stay away from the wrong side of the law. You don't get arrested. Oh shit. But yeah, nah, man. It's I thought that was a very funny story just because I do know that everybody and their mom be trying to get their hands on some oxtail, and the moment you kind of come across that shit, it's so the fact that these dudes had looking at this shit, this is definitely hundreds of dollars worth of meat beef.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what you got pulled over for in the first place, to then have your car searched, and then on top of that, now.
Well, I mean, you seen the boy's picture. So, as a police officer, balls in the window like that, you in your mind, it's not maybe not a red flag, but it's a little orange flag.
I mean,
what's going on over there?
So you really said, all right, I got through his shit.
Well, first of all, the bull. Let me see. The bull looked like he don't know what the fuck going on. Bull looked like he may be coming down for some drugs. I don't know. But as a police officer, they pull people over. They pull people over regularly for less. So you see him in the window. That's what I'm like.
Over there talking.
What you got?
I mean, he looks like he was talking about flipping NJ a couple weeks ago. You know, so it's like. Nah, it's a solid investment.
Oh shit! But yeah, nah, man. This all I can say is if you're gonna decide to steal oxtail, I'll send you my order.
Okay. If you're riding hot, man, you just gotta get it together. I don't know, just.
If you're gonna ride hot, don't do dumb shit. How about that? Like if you know you got some shit on you, you got some shit in the car, you doing something you're not supposed to be doing, like don't be hot with it. Like if you know you got, let's hypothetically speaking, you got drugs in your car. Why the fuck are you driving 90 miles an hour in a 55, swerving in and out of lanes? You are asking to get pulled over. Wouldn't do that. Make smart decisions.
Or, yeah, I don't know, just. Because sometimes I'm just like, well, no, that's just stupid. Yeah, like, you just gotta make smart decisions. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing when people like vlog themselves with a bunch of stuff and a bunch of possessions, and then somehow someone robs them, and I'm like, wow, you don't think when you flaunted everything
and then decide to tag your location after you flaunted all the shit. You know,
you tag location after I left, sure.
I don't remember who said it. I was watching somebody recently. We were like, yeah, when I go out somewhere and if I tag it, I usually tag somewhere that's like 3 doors down or somewhere in the general area. Saying what?
Well, I took a turn for the worst.
Oh shit! Can you imagine like you have your own shop and like, fucking I don't know, Chris Brown pops up in Philly and he's like tags Pedro's Pizza, mind you. He's up the street at the fucking hookah bar.
I mean, look. Drives the traffic.
Whatever works.
I will send him a personal thank you. And one free entree.
One free entree.
A coupon for that.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to think where else we got. I knew you had a list, too. I'm trying to find this one thing. What's the most you ever paid for a burger and fries at McDonald's?
It's starting to creep up to like $12 some odd.
Really?
You get like a quarter pounder or something like that with like a large drink, large fry. Yeah, you can be at about 12 something.
Okay.
About 11 something in tax. Yeah, tax was right around 12. Yeah.
Well, there's a.
How about you?
Well, one, I don't really go to McDonald's, but I would say it like food's becoming more expensive anyway, and just in general. The reason why I asked the question is there's a gentleman who was clearly not loving it, where he bought I don't know if this is a quarter pounder or if it's just a regular cheeseburger. I don't know what the fuck it is, but anyway, a burger, a large fry, and a large drink, and my man spent over $16. That's wild.
If they didn't sub that burger out for Fuddruckers, I don't understand why I'd ever spend that much money.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, it's not like it's like Wendy's where, Wendy's be like, fresh, never frozen beef.
Yeah, if I was in the drive-thru at Wendy's and they said $16, I would have threw a rock through the window and drove off. So. Then they play in my face talking about, you want what?
Oh shit! I don't know, man. I just think in general, with the way the economy is, even post COVID, um, goods and services are definitely going up. You're starting to see. You're starting to see. I know Philly has to be making a killing. I kind of want to look up a report. Philly has to be making a killing with this damn sugar tax, cause they've had that shit for the past couple years now, and they gotta be making a killing off that shit.
What do you think? Giving an extra 60 cents per anything
Per bottle, per case, for all that shit. Like
yeah,
that shit. That I'm curious to see what that looks like, as a whole. So, I feel like we talked about that already. A lot of these questions that I had are for when y'all decide to come on the show with us. When I say y'all, the women.
the women folk.
You know what I mean? Because y'all know y'all make up the bulk of our comment section. We talk about music from time to time. We like
Here and
music.
there.
We like music.
Rarely, but yeah.
So with the way the industry is, things always adapt and things always change. Back in the day when they were vinyl records, that looked different than when they were when they were CDs, and then that looked different to MP3 files, and now everything is on streaming services, right? So that in the back of my mind, I mean, I've never wanted to be a rapper or anything like that, but I've always curious that when it comes down to some of these streaming services, what does your payout or your cut look like? And are there certain stipulations that need to take place in order for you to start getting paid on your work? And the reason why I bring that up is because Spotify, streaming service, actually just made an announcement that if you're releasing music, you cannot begin to receive any royalties before it until you have at least a minimum of 1,000 listens to your song, album, whatever. And this is the first thing I thought about, right? Do you feel as though this changes the music industry in relation to Spotify? The reason why I ask that is because you have other platforms, right? You have Apple Music, you have iHeart, we can run down the gauntlet or the list and just kind of go, side by side. But what type of impact now does this have on Spotify, especially some of the newer artists? That's the stuff that's on my mind.
I mean, you're gonna have this a safe place to share your stuff and try and get some clout, but at the same time, you're not gonna see a lick of a dime until, it's pretty popular. We're probably kind of caught on somewhere, maybe like a catchy part of it, whatever it might be. But you're definitely not. Yeah, you're gonna be on an island for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like in this situation, I would definitely hate this for your independent artists that aren't signed to the larger labels. I think those are the people who are probably affected the most. Because at that point you're just kind of just coming out of pocket, and your shit's just kind of chilling up until you have your 999th listener. Nobody's keeping track of that shit. I'm pretty sure you probably just get a notification or something oh yeah, by the way, da-da-da-da.
Right.
Okay. But I found that shit interesting just because I know how we feel about music, how we feel about the industry, what direction it's headed. So yeah, as a whole. I feel like we've talked about that shit a couple times. Are you using the degree you went to school for? Try and think. Oh, I don't think you do. Did you see the new Meg Thee Stallion video?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah, it looked fucking creepy. Nah, I'm I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. It looked fucking creepy. Like, you know how cobras, snakes in general just shed skin? There was like a shit ton of scenes in there where she's like, whatever little box she was in, she starts peeling skin. I don't know, that shit just looked creepy to me. I saw it as I was fucking scrolling this shit, so. Sure. Shout out to Black people. The weekends after.
Always and forever.
Yep, of course. The weekend's After Hours Till Dawn tour has become the highest grossing tour by a black artist in Europe with 158 million ticket sales. I want to see an international show. That might be like, yeah, I'm big on concerts. I know you are too. That might be my next big thing. Like, I want to do an international concert. Preferably the one at the end of the year in Ghana. But I do want to go to like an international concert or festival. I feel like that shit's like a different level of vibe. Like, we're so used to this shit here in the States. You go and see that shit, especially if you go see someone in their own country. Man, that shit probably be lit.
Right, and they automatically get to be made the tour guide. Automatically. Congratulations. Go ahead and step to the front there, buddy.
But that is too funny. I know this was on your list of things. So, we have been, I know this is going on since before our undergrad, have indulged in multiple cups of noodles. Those who aren't familiar with cups of noodles, it's essentially ramen on the go, right? It's you got a container, usually a little styrofoam cup. Comes with some dry noodles and some dry veggies and whatever dry protein that's in there. Growing up, we used to, pour some water on that shit and put it in the microwave, let it heat up, and then you go from there. If you decide to dress it up, throw some hot sauce, whatever it is, you did that at that point.
That's interesting.
Then, what?
What you just said.
What, throw hot sauce on her?
Yeah.
Oh, this shit's dope. Like, throw some hot sauce? What? This shit's good as fuck. Then it turned into, you're not heating up your cup of noodles the right way. Because of the styrofoam, there was something in the styrofoam that was transferring to your food, and it was unsafe and all of this shit. So then it turned into, here's this styrofoam cup with these dry ass noodles and dry ass food and shit like that. And then you would have a separate container with hot water that you would pour onto it, cover it over, let it sit, and then eat from that point. They said it stopped the transfer of whatever chemical that was built into the styrofoam onto the food. So, fast forward 50 years. And when I say 50 years, I mean this is how long it's been since Cup Noodles was actually released. So Cup Noodles will be microwavable for the first time in 50 years. So apparently, if you have still been microwaving your cup noodles, yeah, I'd probably stop if I were you. I don't necessarily know what is built into that styrofoam cup, but this isn't the first time someone has come out and said something like this. So people know some things. So yeah, I don't really know what this cup looks like or anything like that. To the naked eye, it still looks like a styrofoam cup. So if that's the case, I don't really know what's any different. Now if it was like let's say a plastic cup or something like that, okay, that's different, because I feel like at that point, that's something you're more inclined to microwave than a styrofoam. So I don't really know. Someone gonna say, so what you're saying is if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma. Listen, I know we joke about this shit. There's going to be a time period we are old and gray, and it's gonna be 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we're like, were you a victim of whatever? Insert here. Were you a victim of the first wave of Four Locos?
Right.
If so, you might be entitled to compensation. They go, what? Like, I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for the day that they get on the air and they tell us that whatever we've been doing or have been supporting for the last decade is now, quote unquote, bad for you. or it's called. Those are the ones you hear in the morning. It's like, oh, side effects are diarrhea, vision loss, heart disease, death. Nigga, what? Death? Like, if I die, I can't call you back. I'm not getting no claim on that shit. Yeah, I'm waiting. I hate to say it, but I'm waiting for it at some point because we've been through a lot of fucked up waves in society, whether it's food or drinks or what have you. So I feel like it's coming at some point. How close are we? I have no idea. We said I'd get through a fucking zombie apocalypse at some point. Here we are. But yeah, no, I'm low key still waiting for that 3 a.m. video. It's like, hey, you right there. Did you take insert here? ... You might be readily available for some conversation. Okay, cool, bet. Sign me up. Who I gotta call?
Forget that. You did it. Just throw me
that. Sign me up. Who do I call? Send me the information. I will give them a call first thing in the morning. Type shit. But you know, that's literally the first thing I thought about when I saw whatever this new cup noodle cup is, which you can't even really look and see if it's new because to the naked eye it still looks like styrofoam.
Well, like the whole packaging is made as something different, things like that that's supposed to be better. I'm just confused as to what made them do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then advertise it the way they did when, a lot of times that has been the food has been an inexpensive, very limited kind of choice, essentially, of trying to be an option for someone who has $1.35 in their pocket. Now, of course, some people have lived off it more than others. Some people have experimented with it. You always see people with these nasty ass, whatever they want in the, like, I don't know, like, you have all these flavors, and it's like, I don't know why, like, when you had cup noodles, did you eat, like, what flavors did you eat? Like, there are ones I would never eat.
Like what? Like, which ones did you stay away from?
I've never had it personally.
Yeah.
You can't sell me on the beef flavor of salt. I just can't. Like, I don't want to eat an entire bouillon cube. I just want a part of it. So that's what I always eat. The chicken or the shrimp. Yeah. A little spicy this or spicy that. That's a little razzle dazzle if you wanted it.
I feel like I did eat the beef. I feel like I liked the beef because it to me personally, it always felt like more of like a full body flavor. Not to say that the chicken was bad or the shrimp, because I used to fuck them up too. But if I had to pick one, I would say definitely the beef was my go-to for quite a while. Until I was introduced to the newer like cup noodles. The ones that aren't labeled as cup noodles, but it's still the exact same thing. The joints that come in the bowls. Man, first of all, them joints be... I don't even remember the name of the brand right now, but them joints be fire.
Yo, what was that, March? I can't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. They're all struggle meals. And it's all kind of like... The fact that it was portable... I remember, like, people talking about, oh, yeah, you're not supposed to microwave that. I'm like, how come it works so well? Mm-hmm. Like, am I supposed to use 74 more dishes? But just take the pasta out and strain it and have a whole strainer and give her a bowl of water, putting stuff in the water.
Wait, you took the noodles out and put them in a strainer?
No, but I'm saying, like, if you weren't going to microwave it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, then you're trying to tell me right now that I'm supposed to take all this stuff out. I'm supposed to put it, I don't know, boil it on a stove, then put the stuff, like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, life's already bad enough now. I gotta wait for dinner. I gotta wait for dinner, too.
But that was also the other thing when cup noodles first came out. It was supposed to be something quick. Something quick you can kind of pop in, pop out, and do your thing. So, yeah. I don't know. Just take care of yourselves, man. Read the labels. I don't know what's different about this cup, but apparently it's better than the last cup.
It's all part of a balanced breakfast, whatever.
I mean, if you're having cup noodles for a balanced breakfast, we need to have a conversation, sir.
Need to reevaluate some things here.
We need to have a whole conversation. That's funny as shit. What else we got today? This is fun. So there is a doctor by the name of Dr. Daria Sodovskaya. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Sudovskaya. Anyway, so she claims that oral sex is a greater risk factor than smoking in the development of throat cancer. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think why I picked this shit because some people's comments were fucking hilarious. Someone says, just give me the chemo because the neck will still be necking.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, I love us as a community. I love us as a people, man. Y'all make these posts and these threads just pop just a little bit more.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a pretty funny thread to send to that win, but it was kind of like, what would you do now? Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's kind of like the ship's already sailed, you know. Just it's like your microwave cup noodles will last 35 years. Like at this point, yikes. You can change things, but for what? What are you really gonna do about this situation here?
Yikes. She had a moment on her, I guess she was on live, where one of her followers asked her if she's saying specifically that oral sex is proven to be the number one cause of throat cancer. And in said video, she is seen quoting and mouthing the lyrics to I Said What I Said. So you with the OG status. Yeah, I don't know. Doctors say that the increasing HPV, a family of viruses that infect the genitals can be transferred to the throat during oral sex, are the source of most cancers. So, I don't really classify this one as a PSA. This is just more so a common conversation, if you can call it that. If you're going to choose to lay down with someone, share your body with someone and all that stuff, the least you can do is make sure that your hygiene's up to par, right? That's the way I look at this shit. At least, like, and then on top of that, if you're fucking around multiple people, at least make sure you have yourself regularly checked up, right? I'm not saying you got to go get checked fucking every week. I'm not saying you got to, shit, I'm not even saying you got to get checked month over month. It'd be nice to know. And it'd be good to, have that for your safe haven for the next or continued person you decide to be with or lay down with.
Right.
So that's my little gem, is just make sure we're taking care of ourselves. And we know where we stand before we involve another person. That'd be great.
Seems legit.
So, shower. Make your choices. Get yourself checked out. Make sure you good. Make sure you are legit. So, there we go.
In just that order.
Oh, shit. Trying to think. What else we got?
Let's see.
Or they made Eric. I don't know if you listen to Eric Bellinger. He made a tour release date.
Of course I do. He'll be here on March 24th.
Yep. Alright, I got a random question for you. This is just a fun topic.
Sure.
Let's say you're in this situation, right? Just for all intents and purposes, you have this going on. You have baby moms, and you got current girlfriend, wife, fiance, however the hell you looking at it.
Please ask me.
Please
do not ask me.
They start fighting. Who are you helping? They start going at it. Who are you helping?
You said a baby mom, a girlfriend, and the mom?
No. Just your baby mom and then your girlfriend are going at it. Who are you helping?
Whoever to win. Get him, Pookie.
Oh, shit. He said, I don't want no arguments.
Yeah, no, that's kind of wild. You get dragged. I mean, that's an easy conversation. Then, I don't know. I think it's like, I always hate those hierarchy questions. Like, oh, your dad and your boyfriend and somebody else.
Oh, I see in a front seat or whatever.
Who do you feed first? Who do you do this? Who do you do that? I'm like,
oh no, this was just funny. Like your baby, because this is something that could genuinely happen. Your baby mom, your girlfriend decide to go at it, tee off. Who the fuck you helping? I just found that shit funny. When I seen that shit, I'm not gonna lie, that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, who's winning this fight? Because at the end of the day, the thing that I think about is, if I help the wrong person and the wrong person lost that fight, what are the repercussions of that? Like, is said person now gonna come and try to whoop my ass? And then am I gonna put hands on a female? Like, all this shit played out in my head. Or just gotta just sit here and just take this shit. Like I gotta take this fucking ass whooping. I'm not trying to sit here and take an ass whooping. Like, no. That's the shit that I think about. So, I mean, to your point, yes, we are very similar. Who's winning this fight? Who's currently winning this goddamn fight? Or you could play the social media route, like, damn, hold the camera and shit. That world star, like whatever the fuck you got going on.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you're really gonna sit there and hold the camera for that kind of fight of that magnitude between those two people, I mean, you're kind of a piece of shit. Because you should absolutely be the middleman trying to fix it, the referee,
what's going on,
whatever. Yeah. Could you imagine somebody else go out there and just get... You been messing with my man. Just come down, to start wilding out. I'm just like, this is not a good idea. This is not
doing the absolute most.
Absolutely.
Oh man. I think. Nope.
We're clicking 74 screens.
You got anything, buddy? No, I'm trying to remember.
That was a very long week.
It was a very long week. It feels even longer, but it's only Wednesday.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
All right, so let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? You put a fit together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to a nice place, going out and about, and you put this top tier fit together. I'm talking about like sleep next to it on the bed, you wake up in the morning, put it on.
Okay.
And you go somewhere where there's many people, many places, many things, and with this fit on, you get zero play. No one's paying attention, no compliments, no nothing. They just let you just be.
Okay.
It's the first thing you do.
I mean, me personally, probably not posting a picture. That fit's gonna get recycled. Not gonna lie to you. And honestly, I stand on the if you ain't taking no pictures, the shit ain't happening type shit. So
that's big.
Yeah, I in that situation, I'm probably gonna recycle that fit and save it for a later date. Now, what I will say, like, I'm not the type of person, like, we do the same shit, right? You put some shit on, and all of a sudden you want to go run some errands, right? Personally, and internally, should I say, I know that I look good. I know that I feel good. And me putting some shit on, honestly, it's twofold. I know I look good, so I want to make sure I show that. And then the second part of that is, I know y'all looking. So inadvertently in the back of my mind, I'm probably not paying attention to y'all, but in the peripheral, I'm watching y'all watch me. And don't let me get out the fucking shaper, out the chair with the fucking fresh ass shaper with some shades on. Because one, you're not seeing through my shades, but I'm seeing all y'all looking at me. Guaranteed. Stand on
he said
proof.
He's undefeated for at least 72 hours.
Guaranteed. You feel me? So, I would say if I'm in that situation, yes, I would. That would just be a recycled fit situation, and we just gonna figure the shit out on the next go around. I know you're gonna talk about the story, but I feel like if I'm in her situation, there's a different approach to that.
Well, Basically, I don't even know who she is, honestly. Do you know who she was?
I don't know either.
Long story short, she was invited to a red carpet event, things like that.
There were some celebrities there?
Yeah, it was like there was food, there was this, there was that. But when she pulled up to the red carpet walk across it, there were other celebrities on said red carpet, and they were getting their pictures taken. When she went, no one took a picture.
Yeah.
Not even like a little signy, like nothing.
It was literally her homegirl that was holding the camera to take a couple pictures for with the backdrop. And it was crazy because every time, she would get up there, they would zoom out to show like the paparazzi, and they're just kind of standing there with the fucking thumbs up their ass, just looking around waiting for the next celebrity. That shit, yeah, that's a very embarrassing. Like, I would be embarrassed as fuck at that moment. And I'm not the type of person to get embarrassed. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't fuck.
Nah, like, see, I think the thing is, like, when you got an event, right, and everybody and their mama's getting pictures taken up, and everyone, like, stops and goes, wait. That's a nobody.
Yeah.
You're good. Here, charge your batteries, save your phone, save your film, don't worry about that person. I feel like that's like a different level of feeling terrible because that may have been like your once in a lifetime chance to go there, and you would feel horrible. Now, if that situation does go poorly, I'm never going back to said red carpet.
Oh no,
homegirl was a trooper.
Yes, she went back twice.
She spun the block and said, "Hey, maybe they didn't get the pictures.
Maybe they didn't see me the first time." I think she literally said that in the video. I think something along the lines like maybe they didn't see me, maybe they didn't catch me type of shit. So homegirl told her to try it again, and she did, and it was the same exact result. She ended up taking a couple pictures on an iPhone, where these guys, the paparazzi, were taking pictures around her of the celebrities with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of cameras. So yeah, that part was a little salty.
I mean, look. I understand trying to get your pictures and trying to get your stuff off, things like that. But I would say if it went that way, I don't think I would have had the gall to go back. Honestly, because that first time was crazy, and I would have had to at least have a better plan if I was to go back. And she just went back, and I think it was for like a T-shirt or something like that. Yikes! So,
shit, yeah. No, I just I feel like in this day and age, people's self-esteem is really challenged, right? We live in a society where everything is not everything, but the majority is clickbait, fast transfer of knowledge and information, right? Mm-hmm. How fast can I get from point A to point B? How fast can I get this story to the next person? How fast can I create this new dance? How fast, like, everything is based off of that shit. So if you're in this situation in this day and age, this is a perfect example. We had this conversation a couple months ago, right? Where we were talking about Instagram and Instagram likes and what we do and how we handle those situations. Like, in this day and age, that would be the equivalent of us posting some shit on Instagram, and then let's say you posted it and you got 30 likes, right? You posted shit on prime time and you got 30 likes. And you're like, all right, something's wrong with the fucking algorithm. Let me take it down. Try it another. I'm gonna try it another. You posted at the next prime time launch, and guess what? You got 40 likes now. You got 10 more likes than you did the previous time. So it's like, are you taking it down for a third time? Or you just kind of letting it rock. I feel like that's the equivalent to that shit. So that's the shit that I think about. So I'm like, I feel like from an Instagram standpoint, I feel like I'm at that stage where I'm like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Because if I post something and it's like 40, 50 likes, guess what? Shout out to y'all 40, 50 people that like me. That's all my shit. I don't fuck about the rest of y'all. With this whole red carpet situation, that's a little bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're in front of a
You keep saying a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, it's a bit.
That is extremely embarrassing.
I don't know. And I felt bad for her as I was watching shit. Like, you seen, like, the level of concern on her face, and she was like, well, did I not do this right? And, her dress is amazing. Like, she has a bomb-ass dress on. I don't exactly know which red carpet this is for, but she looks good. She's not ugly. Like, she has a really good dress on, so anybody named Mom want to take a picture with her or of her. Then you got the paparazzi just kind of look like they zoomed into the paparazzi and they were just kind of looking around at each other like, yeah, who the fuck is this type shit. And she had the nerve to just go back up and do it again. and with the same outcome. So, I give her the kudos for taking that additional step. But yeah, it's not, couldn't be me. It's not, couldn't be.
Couldn't be me.
Nope. Could not be me. Well, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen, I know this is random. Have you seen some of the nominations for the sexiest people alive by People magazine? I was just scrolling this shit. They put Patrick Dempsey on there. I saw Jason Kelsey made the list. I'm trying to see who else. I saw this story the other day.
It's gotta be a troll list.
It's like Pierce Brosnan, Johnny Depp, Jason Kelsey was on there from the Eagles. Those who aren't familiar. I'm trying to think who else. I literally saw the entire list, but anyway, I just found that shit kind of funny. Because when you look at the range of men that are on this list of all different types of walks of life, you got actors, you got football players, you got philanthropists, like you got all types of people. Oh, here we go. Oh, nope, not that. Lied. Damn, let me see. Where the hell did that list go? Damn. We're gonna find a list. We may repost a list on the page. Stay tuned. But I found it as a very funny and intriguing list. As some of the people that we have decided to deem sexiest men alive. Because the people, if I were to say, if you can make a list of who the community, the general populace of America will put on the sexiest men alive, who are your top 5 people you picking? One, I'm picking Michael B. Jordan. Off rip. Like, the fact that he's not on this list is baffling to me.
You look to see if he's busy.
Michael B. Jordan's on that goddamn list. I'm trying to think. If I had to pick someone else, I could see Patrick Dempsey. That's not a bad pick.
Right.
Patrick Dempsey's not a bad pick. I would say. That's a good question. I feel like Usher may make that list. I feel like he might. I don't know if he'll be in the top 5. Maybe be a close 6. But he's definitely in. He's definitely up there. Who am I missing? I feel like Jonathan Majors could make that list. Trying to think who else. I'm thinking of like actors now. Actors or even just celebrities in general.
I never understand how Idris Elba has ever been.
Oh yeah, Idris. Yeah, like the fuck, he's never on this fucking list.
I don't understand how he doesn't win every single year. When they did Damson Idris,
yep.
I would say. But yeah, I mean that's your gold standard here. People who trying to make up stuff.
Okay. I don't know. There's always a list for something, FreshcutzPod wasn't fortunate enough to make the list this year.
I didn't get a ballot, so there you go.
1 year.
But if I ever do,
1 year we might catch us.
I am running it up in whatever way possible.
As you should. You got anything else, buddy?
Not really this week, man.
They're a really beautiful couple.
Cool.
Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens.
They are nice.
They're a really good couple. All right. Well, for the people at home, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. But guess what? It's time for the greatest part of the show. Talking suggestions, y'all.
I thought you were going to do like a talent.
A talent?
You made it seem like you were about to do
I can do the cup dance. You want to do the cup dance for the live?
There's
for the people?
No, thank you.
Oh, no? Okay.
A cup dance?
Yeah. The shit from like Pitch Perfect, that shit. Anyway.
You can really do that?
Yeah. I know though.
I like the 9 cups.
When I was a young boy, I had a whole routine. It was like me and like 3 other people. We had a whole routine for a talent show. There was like flips involved and everything. Shit got real.
All right,
I need to see if I can find that video.
When was the last time you practiced that?
What, the routine or just the cup dance?
And don't lie.
Is the routine or the cup dance?
Both of them.
The routine, not since then. That was probably when I was like 14, maybe 13, if that. The cup dance, I think it's muscle memory. I just kind of remember it. Like, even when I was watching Pitch Perfect a couple weeks ago, and she was doing it on the stage, I was like, I remember this shit. Like, you gotta remember, like,
coach.
We were training for a talent show, so we were doing this shit consistently, back to back to back to back for like a week long. So it became muscle memory at one point. So I feel like if I tried it again, I mean, I might have to reteach myself a couple times, but it's like picking up a bike, you know? Oh, shit. But nah, what you watching, what you listening to, sir? What you got to recommend for the people back at home watching us?
Well, on the live I did... Alright, well, we'll start negatively. So, on the live I did say I somehow found a not hilarious stand-up. So, the Improv, which is a famous comedy club, essentially. 60 years in Stoke County, I guess, like, they kind of had just everybody who, you know, started their career there, performed there, some people who were a little bit, you know, clearly bigger people in society, things like that. They had just basically a tribute where a bunch of people came out, and I think what they did was they had to make up the jokes on the spot or online, or whatever it was be beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, it just wasn't very funny. It was just there were a lot of, like, you read his list, there's a lot of people, and I think the majority of that shit was a bomb.
Okay.
However, on a much cooler note, Gotti was a documentary on Netflix about how John Gotti came to power. Kind of some more things about him, more about his life, and then before, of course, he was ended up being in prison in the early 2000s. And then, you know, the usual stuff. I feel like I just finished something recently, but yeah, no. Yeah, the regular, whatever. For essentially, for shows, there was another stand-up. I'm trying to remember whose it was. If you never checked it out, by the way, Kevin Hart's stuff is on Peacock, which is kind of weird. That's the only one that's on Peacock independently, but
he's dropping a new movie on Netflix. I actually want to check it out. It actually looks really good.
Well, it's about him and Chris Rock when they wrote a movie?
No, not like he's in like an actual movie. It's called Lift. He's like a bank heister or bank robber or some shit like that. And they gotta rob a plane, but the shit looks pretty dope. Like the cast and all that shit. It's coming out, I think, next week or the week after. But they just released a preview. It was an exclusive release during the Eagles game before Netflix released it on their platform later in the day.
Okay.
But yeah, the movie actually looks really good.
That sounds kind of cool. I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm really watching anything else super crazy.
Okay.
So of course music, you know, that's I do have to make a suggestion. I do suggest going to see Old Dads. Old Dads was written by Bill Burr. That is a movie that did come out. I haven't watched it yet. I'll probably watch it by next show. And then yeah, so I would say I've heard good things about it. Of course, I haven't watched it yet, but we can suggest that. Why not? I always suggest SNL. SNL is always a grand time. And then music-wise. So music, last week, as you know, was it last week or 2 weeks ago that Jeezy dropped his album?
Last week.
That was last week. Okay, so Jeezy dropped his album. I think it was a great album. Fantastic. Basically, just kind of touches base with who he is as a person now, some of the stuff that he's known for. But I gave you like that classic Jeezy. You know, we're talking some shit. We're going through some stuff in life, and more importantly, though, hey, we're still here, we're still thriving. So I definitely suggest that people to listen to that. The song "Link Up," the remix, Neo featuring Fab, I thought was good. Nice little smooth vibe there. Trying to keep all my where the albums came out last Friday even. That's You, that single by Lucky Day. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago. Okay, cool. Halloween Havoc 4, which is a mixtape by Lloyd Banks that was never promoted.
Is that the one he was trying to charge people $100 a pop?
No, his next one. His next one, they say he's going to charge people $100 a pop. I will have nothing to do with it. Otherwise, I would have had that stupid player that Kanye released that damn album on. But again, Lloyd Banks always solid MC to me. I always liked his music, so I did enjoy his album. And then of course, looking forward to it. 11/11. If you're listening to this right now, it's probably already on the way. If it's not already in your hand, he says he'll give it to us a day early, so I'll make it 11/10. And Chris Brown, is gonna be up there for album of the year probably. If possible, it's supposed to be 11 songs on 2 sides, all that good stuff with the 11/11 thing. So,
okay,
that's clearly going to consume my weekend outside of anything else I have to do, and spinning music back. So, movie music. And I refuse to support the shenanigans in the movie theater coming out on the 10th. So,
the 10th.
Yeah. What's coming out on the 10th?
The Marvels or Marvel.
Oh, Marvels. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see that, and I'm also gonna go see Napoleon.
No, Napoleon I'll go see.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Napoleon as well too.
Okay.
Coolio, buddy. So I don't really have anything crazy. I didn't really watch a lot of TV outside of sports this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a big sports heavy week for me, like as far as whatever was on TV. And of course, y'all know I still stay on my anime. I haven't started anything new. I'm just trying to finish up a couple things. I'm still watching C, so I guess that's probably the newest show. I know
Seed or C?
C, S-E-E. It's with Jason Momoa. It's on Apple TV. It's a really fucking dope show.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I know what you're talking about.
So
I haven't watched it though, but I've heard
it's actually really good. So that's probably as far as from a TV standpoint. Most of my new stuff kind of came from music. So y'all know I listen to a vast majority of all types of music.
Gregorian chants.
If it makes sense, if he gets the body movement, he gets the hips working, why not? So for one, I don't know if any those who listen to like alternative rock music, things like that. There's a band by the name of Cold War Kids.
Cold War Kids.
Yeah, Cold War Kids. There's a ton of songs over the years that you'll probably recognize if I played. But they dropped an album self-titled called CWK. It's dope. It's a solid listen. I thought that was actually really good. I took a dip to Your Part of Town with Back the Reggaeton with Don Omar. Was actually kind of fire. It's an LP. I think it's like 5-6 songs on there.
4 songs, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I've been listening to that shit. I was listening to it in the gym yesterday. Soul by Lady London was good. That's a nice listen, top and bottom.
Okay.
I pulled out. So those that were following me on social media, you seen that I was Marshmallow a couple years ago for Halloween. So I pulled back out that Marshmallow mask this year. And it was funny because when I was walking around with one of my younger nieces or whatever, and I had the speaker at playing in my back pocket and shit, and all these little kids going crazy, like, oh my god, it's Marshmallow. So it's funny as shit. And Apple has a new infinity sign, so it starts playing like Pandora. As it hits the infinity sign, starts playing the next music, this song comes on I never heard it before. I was like, oh shit. And that's how I kind of stumbled over his album, Sugar Poppy. So, it's actually, Marshmallow is a DJ, producer, the whole nine, but it's a good mix, right? He has a ton of different features on there. So, my suggestion is you go through and you take a listen to it, because you'll like it. I know you will. But it's actually really, really good. And then I know you've already mentioned, I Might Forgive, But I Don't Forget by Jeezy. That's been on spin this week. And was that the only other thing?
Oh, I forgot. Too Good to Be True drops Friday also. That's the Meek Mill and Rick Ross.
Rick Ross mixtape. Yep. Do you listen to T Grizzly?
No.
Okay. I started to. I haven't finished it, so maybe I'll finish that and give you guys a report next week. But yeah, that's all I got for new shit. Listen, man, and as we always say, the biggest recommendation we can always give you guys is to tune into the greatest podcast to ever touch airways. It's us, the Fresh Cuts Pod. We're here each and every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live. We talk about the shape up only on IG Live, only on Twitch. You can catch the replay on YouTube, but tune into us on the live, man. Come through, come talk shit. You want to shout your business out, you want to shout yourself out, you want to just come take a shot with us and join the conversation. Feel free to do so. We only grow because of y'all. So like, comment, share, subscribe, pass it along, do whatever you got to do. Just make sure that people know about us, right? We can only do but so much word of mouth and so much sharing that comes from y'all. So we appreciate y'all. New episode drops for this time this week, exclusively on Friday. We're trying to get the weekend, set y'all weekends off with a bang, give y'all some stuff to listen to as you're, whether you're going on a road trip this weekend, you might be hopping on a plane. Guess what? You can take Fresh Cuts Pod along with you. You feel me? But yeah, that'll be my last recommendation. Do y'all know how we do, man? Each and every week, as we say, SOS, share our shit.
Yo, support is free. Again, he had an entire monologue saying all the things. I don't want to repeat it too much, but being appreciative of it. And it's looking to be bigger, better, and do better tomorrow. So if you did something good today, great, do it better tomorrow. That's all I got for you.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, if you can be better 1% today than you were tomorrow, you're winning. That's my last PSA.
And at that rate, within 100 days, you'll be 100%
There you go.
And you'll be a perfect human being.
There you go. Sure. If that's what you want to live by. That's my philosophy. That's my last PSA. This is Fresh Cuts Pod. As we said, the greatest podcast. The greatest fucking podcast because of y'all. And we appreciate y'all.
A statue downtown.
Love y'all, man. And just like that, catch y'all next week. We gone.
Oh.
Peace, Twitch.